ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యా రంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Next continuation, life history of Ascaris lumbricoid. What is the life history of Ascaris lumbricoids means? Ascaris lumbricoids complete its entire life cycle in the single species of the host, that is the human. Due to that reason, it is said to be as the monogenetic. It is the monogenetic parasite. It completes its entire life cycle in the single species of the host, that is the man. So that only that is said to be as the monogenetic. Definitely, this male-female Ascaris, definitely where that kind of the Ascaris gets loose means in the lumen of the small intestine. This male-female Ascaris undergoes the copulation in the lumen of the small intestine of the human. Definitely between these two, male-female copulation occurs in lumen of the small intestine of the human. Copulation nothing but sexual coitus, sexual intercourse, sexual mating like this. Definitely male females are coiled with each other in lumen of the small intestine. During that, male transfer the sperm cells into the female. Male transfer the sperm cells into the female body through female genital form. Definitely, during the copulation, copulation means sexual intercourse or the sexual coitus or the sexual mating. This sexual mating of male-female occurs in the lumen of the small intestine of the human. During that, male transfer the sperm cells into the female body. After transferring of the sperm cells from the male into the female, both male females are separated. Both male and females are gets separated from each other. After completing the transferring of the sperm cell from the male into the female body, this male females are gets separated from each other. That is said to be as the copulation. After copulation, female lays 2 lakhs of eggs. 2 lakhs of eggs per day. After completing the copulation, this female starts laying off 2 lakhs of the eggs into the lumen of the small intestine per day. So definitely, whatever the eggs which are laid by female Ascaris into the lumen of the small intestine of the human, that kind of the eggs are said to be as the, that kind of the eggs of Ascaris are called as marmorated eggs. Definitely eggs of the Ascaris are called as the marmorated egg. After completing the copulation, female starts laying of eggs into the lumen of the small intestine. Means at what rate female lays the eggs means 2 lakhs of the eggs per day. Female Ascaris lays 2 lakhs of the eggs per day into the lumen of the small intestine. That kind of the eggs which are released from the female into the lumen of the small intestine of the human, are said to be as the marmorated egg. Why we say they are the marmorated means, just assume this is the egg, this is the egg, around to the egg, the first layer which is present, that is said to be as the lipid layer. Definitely around to the egg, whatever the first layer which is present innerly, this is said to be as the lipid layer. Above to that kind of the lipid layer, whatever the layer which is present, that is said to be as the chitinous shell. This second layer is said to be as the chitinous shell. Again, above to that kind of the chitinous shell, whatever the layer which is present, which is made up of with the protein, that is with the rippling surface. It's not smooth. This is said to be as the rippled protein coat. This is said to be as the rippled protein coat. Definitely, surface of the egg is not with the smooth. Surface of this kind of the egg is with the rough or elevations and depression containing protein coat. Rippled means like this. If this kind of the surface of the egg membrane is like this, elevations and depressions, then we can say that is the rippled protein coat. Definitely surface of the egg membrane is with rippled protein coat. That is not with the smooth, that is with the elevations and depression. That kind of the egg is said to be as the marmorated egg. Because of, due to the presence of the rippled protein coat, this kind of the egg is said to be as a marmorated egg. So what are the layers in a sequence in the egg of the Ascaris from outer to inner? Means protein coat, chitinous shell, innermost layer is said to be as the lipid layer. Very important in the NEET examination point of view. What are the layers in a sequence in the egg of the Ascaris from outer to inner? Means outermost layer is the rippled protein coat, below to that chitinous shell, below to that lipid layer is present. Very important. Objective question is that sequence of layers in egg of Ascaris from outer to inner. What are the layers sequence in the egg of the Ascaris from outer to inner? Means outermost layer is the protein coat. That is the protein coat. Below to that, whatever the layer which is present, that is the chitinous shell. That is the chitinous shell. Below to that, whatever the layer which is present, that is said to be as the lipid layer. That is said to be as the lipid layer. In that way, in the egg of the Ascaris, What is the layer sequence from outer to inner means? Outermost layer is the protein coat, that is with rippled nature. Below to that chitin shell is present. Below to that lipid layer is present. This state of the eggs may not be gets furtherly undergoes the development in the same person. For example, if this kind of the marmorated eggs are released into X body, if this kind of the marmorated eggs are released into the lumen of the small intestine of X person, in the same person, this marmorated eggs may not be furtherly undergoes the development. That eggs have to be transferred into the another person. That eggs have to be gets transferred into the another person for getting the further development, for the release of the daughters. So that only this kind of the marmorated eggs later discharges to out through the feces of the person. For example, in the X person's body, if this marmorated eggs are released into the lumen of small intestine, then in the same person that kind of the eggs may not be undergoes the further development. This kind of the marmorated eggs later gets discharges through the feces of the person to the out. From this X person lumen of the small intestine, marmorated eggs are discharged to the out. Definitely marmorated eggs are discharged to the out through the feces of the person. Feces means defecated matter. What is the meaning of the feces? What is the meaning of the feces means? Defecated matter or undigested food. Along with the undigested food, this marmorated eggs are released to the out. Again, while that marmorated eggs are present in the feces, this embryo or egg which is present inside of the marmorated egg, this marmorated egg, this embryo undergoes the further development while that may be present in the feces. Means, while that kind of the marmorated egg is present in moist feces, this embryo or this egg starts development while that is present inside of the feces. Means what? Definitely after discharging the marmorated egg to the out, inside of that egg, whatever the zygote which is present, that zygote undergoes the development and finally form the larval stage. Like this, zygote gets developed into the first stage larvae. While that kind of the marmorated egg is present in the moist feces, means that this kind of the marmorated egg still now is not transferred into the Y body into another person's body. On or before that is transferred into the another person's body, while that is present inside of the moist feces, zygote which is present is undergoes the division and finally developed into the larval form. That is said to be as the first stage rhabditiform larvae. So definitely while that marmorated eggs are present in the moist feces, this zygote which is present in this egg undergoes the division and finally form the larval stage. That larval stage is said to be as the first stage rhabditiform larvae. First stage rhabditiform larvae. Later, this first stage rhabditiform larvae undergoes first molting, to reach the second stage rhabditiform larvae. What is the meaning of the molting? What is the meaning of the molting? Means separation of the layers which is present around to the body, separation of the exoskeleton which is present around to the body is said to be as the molting. బహుశా మనము ఈ నాగుపాముల్లో చూస్తాం దీన్ని. In the case of the cobras, white colored sheath gets separated from the body, that is said to be as the molting. కుబుస విసర్జన అంటాం దాన్ని. అంటే separation of layers from the body is said to be as the molting or ecdysis. This is also called as the ecdysis. So whatever the layers which are present around to the body, if this kind of the layers are gets separated, then that is said to be as the molting. Due to that, this first stage rhabditiform larva easily increases in size. To enlarge in size, to increase in size, at first layers which are present around to the first stage rhabditiform larva are gets dissolved or gets separated. That process is said to be as the molting. That is the ecdysis. Ecdysis nothing but separation of exoskeleton, which is present around to the body, to increase the size of the body, to increase the enlargement of the body, then that is said to be as the molting or ecdysis. Definitely first molting is occurs in the first stage rhabditiform larva, while this marmorated eggs are present in the feces. While that kind of the marmorated egg is present inside of the feces, definitely this is the egg. This entire is egg. Inside of egg, this is said to be as the first stage rhabditiform larvae. While these eggs are present in moisted feces to the outside of the human, definitely this first stage rhabditiform larva gets formed. That is undergoes the first molting. Later, that will be increases in length. Increases in length. That is said to be as the second stage rhabditiform larvae. Definitely, this is said to be as the lipid layer. This is said to be as the chitinous shell. Again, this is said to be as the protein coat. This is said to be as the protein coat. Again, this larva is said to be as the second stage rhabditiform larvae. Definitely, while this marmorated eggs are present in the moisted feces, this first stage rhabditiform larva undergoes the first molting. Means layers which are present around to the first stage rhabditiform larva are separated. By that way, that increases in length. Then that stage is said to be as the second stage rhabditiform larvae. Then this entire egg is said to be as the marmorated egg. In marmorated egg, what is the stage of larva which is present? Means second stage rhabditiform larva is present. This is the infective stage to the new human. After getting the formation of the second stage rhabditiform larvae, within 6 years, if it is not transferred into the another person's body, it may be itself degenerated, it may be disintegrated itself. Means definitely to the outside of the human, this marmorated egg which is with the second stage eruptive form larvae can be waited up to 6 years to the outside of the human body to enter into the new person to continue its life cycle. So what is the reason to sustain up to 6 years to the outside of the human body? Means because of due to the presence of the chitinous shell. Because of due to the presence of the chitinous shell, this marmorated egg which is with the second stage eruptive form larvae can be sustained up to 6 years to the outside of the human. Up to 6 years it can be survived. Within 6 years, if it cannot be transferred into the new person's body, it can be itself disintegrated. Fortunately, within 6 years, if this kind of the second stage eruptive form larvae, if this kind of the marmorated egg which is with the second stage eruptive form larvae reaches to new person through contamination of food and water. Contamination of food and water means within 6 years, if this kind of the marmorated eggs which are with the second stage eruptive form larvae are added to food material, are added to the drinking water, definitely the persons who may be consume that food, who may be drinks that kind of the water, through that kind of the food and water, this marmorated egg which is with the second stage eruptive form larvae or reaches into that person, into that kind of the person finally. So that only what form of Ascaris reaches into the new person means marmorated egg which is with the second stage of eruptive form larvae. So that only we can say it is the infective stage of Ascaris. Marmorated egg with the second stage eruptive form larvae is the infective stage to the new host or to the human. Next, what is its life cycle in the new host? What is its life cycle in the case of the new host? Means after entering this second stage eruptive form larvae into the new host, what is its life cycle? Means just assume definitely this is the male Ascaris, this is the female Ascaris. Between these two, copulation is occurs in the small intestine. By that way, marmorated eggs are released into the lumen of the small intestine. Later, marmorated eggs are discharges to out through feces. Discharges to out through the feces of the person. Later, to the outside of the human, first stage rhabditiform larvae is formed inside of marmorated egg to the outside of the human in moistened feces. While that marmorated eggs are present in the moistened feces to the outside of the human, This embryo undergoes the zygote undergoes the development and finally form the first stage rhabditiform larvae. Later that undergoes first molting. Later that undergoes first molting. First molting. Definitely while that is present in the moistured feces, this first stage rhabditiform larva undergoes the first molting and form the second stage rhabditiform larvae. Second stage rhabditiform larvae gets formed here. Second stage rhabditiform larvae entered into new host. Second stage rhabditiform larvae reaches to small intestine of new host through contamination of food and water. What is the mode of infection means? Marmorated egg which is with the second stage rhabditiform larvae, whenever that is added to the drinking water or added to the food material, the persons who may be consume that food, the persons who may drink that water, through that kind of the food and water, second stage rhabditiform larva reaches to small intestine of the new host. In the small intestine of new host, definitely just assume this is the small intestine of new host. In the small intestine of new host, this protein coat gets dissolved, chitinous shell gets dissolved. Definitely just assume this is the second stage rhabditiform larvae. Definitely around to that, what are the layers which are present? Lipid layer is present. Again chitinous shell is present. Protein coat is also present. Around to the second stage rhabditiform larvae, still now what are the layers which are present means protein coat is present, lipid layer is present, chitinous shell is present. So that only this protein coat, chitinous shell and lipid layers are gets dissolved in lumen of the small intestine of new host with the help of the digestive enzymes. With the help of the digestive enzymes in the lumen of the small intestine of the new host, this protein coat, chitinous shell, lipid layers are gets separated from the second stage rhabditiform larvae. Rhabditiform larvae becomes free. Later, second stage rhabditiform larvae shows the extraintestinal migration. What is the meaning of the extraintestinal migration means? Later this second stage rhabditiform larva shows the extraintestinal migration. Means second stage rhabditiform larva comes out of small intestine into the bloodstream. Second stage rhabditiform larva pierces wall of the small intestine and reaches to bloodstream. Later that may be circulated through various parts of the body. That is said to be as the extraintestinal migration. Extraintestinal migration. To the outside of the intestine, through what route this second stage rhabditiform larvae is migrated, that route is said to be as the extra-intestinal migration. What is that? I will tell you later in detail. Definitely, this second stage rhabditiform larva reaches the small intestine of new host, where this second stage rhabditiform larva pierces wall of small intestine. Means what? Piercing means penetrating, passing. Definitely this second stage rhabditiform larva pierces or penetrated through the wall of the small intestine, from where that is reaches into hepatic portal vein. From where that is reaches to hepatic portal vein. What is the meaning of the hepatic portal vein? Blood vessel which is between the liver and the small intestine. Blood vessel between the liver and the small intestine. That blood vessel is said to be as this is the liver. This is the liver of the person. Blood vessel which is present between the small intestine and the liver, that blood vessel is said to be as the hepatic portal vein. Definitely just assume this is the lumen of small intestine. Definitely from the lumen of small intestine, at first second stage rhabditiform larvae reaches into the blood vessel which is present between the liver and the small intestine. Definitely this is said to be as the liver. This is the liver. This is the hepatic portal vein. Blood vessel which is present between the small intestine and the liver is said to be as the hepatic portal vein. At first second stage rhabditiform larvae pierces means penetration, pierces the wall of small intestine, finally reaches to the hepatic portal vein. Means what is the larval stage which pierces the wall of the small intestine to enter into the hepatic portal vein? Means second stage rhabditiform larvae. Later, through the hepatic portal vein that reaches to liver, again from the liver that reaches to heart, again from the heart. Again you should remember what is the blood vessel which is present between the liver and the heart. Just assume this is the heart of the person. Between the liver and heart, blood vessel which is present, that is said to be as the postcaval vein. This is said to be as the postcaval vein. Blood vessel which is present between the liver and the heart is said to be as the postcaval vein. Definitely through the liver that will be reaches to the heart. From the liver that will be reaches into heart, through the hepatic, through the postcaval vein. Through the postcaval vein from the liver into the heart, second stage rhabditiform larvae gets reaches. Second stage rhabditiform larvae at first penetrate wall of the small intestine, reaches to the hepatic portal vein, from where that reaches to the liver, from where that reaches to the heart through the postcaval vein. Through the postcaval vein that reaches to the heart, again from the heart that reaches to lungs. Again from the heart that reaches to lung. Definitely from the heart. What is the blood vessel which passes through the lung? Means between the lungs and heart, what is the blood vessel which is present? Means pulmonary artery. This blood vessel is said to be as the pulmonary artery. Definitely at first, second stage rhabditiform larvae reaches to the lumen of the small intestine of new host, where around to that whatever the protein coat lipid layer chitin shell is present, that is dissolved. Later that penetrate the wall of the small intestine, finally reaches to the hepatic portal vein. From the hepatic portal vein that reaches to liver. From the liver through the postcaval vein that reaches to the heart. This is said to be as the heart. This is the heart. Again from the heart that is reaches to lung. This is said to be as the lungs. Again that reaches to lung through the pulmonary artery. Between the heart and lung, whatever the blood vessel which is present, that is said to be as the pulmonary artery. Again inside of the lungs, this second stage rhabditiform larvae undergoes second molting. Definitely inside of the lung, this second stage rhabditiform larvae undergoes the second molting. Just assume this is nothing but heart. This is nothing but heart. Definitely between the liver and heart, whatever the blood vessel which is present, that is said to be as the postcaval vein. These are the lungs. Definitely these are the lungs. Between the lungs and heart, whatever the blood vessel which is present, that is the pulmonary artery. Definitely finally second stage rhabditiform larva reaches to lungs. Specifically in the lung, functional sites which are present, they are said to be as the alveoli. They reaches to alveoli of lung. Inside of alveoli, this second stage rhabditiform larva undergoes second molting. To increase in size to transform into third stage rhabditiform larvae. Definitely inside of alveoli, this second stage rhabditiform larvae undergoes second molting. Second molting means layers which are present around to the second stage rhabditiform larvae, they are also gets dissolved and increases in size. That is said to be as the third stage rhabditiform larvae. That is the third stage rhabditiform larvae. Third stage rhabditiform larvae again undergoes third molting while it is present in the alveoli. While that third stage rhabditiform larvae is present in the alveoli of lung, that undergoes the third molting and finally reaches to fourth stage rhabditiform larvae. That reaches to fourth stage rhabditiform larvae. Again here, Definitely second stage rhabditiform larvae passes or pierces through the wall of the small intestine, reaches to hepatic portal way, finally reaches to liver, from where that is reaches to the heart, from where that is reaches to lung. Again in lung, specifically in alveoli, they are settled. Second stage rhabditiform larvae settle in the alveoli of lung, where that undergoes the second molting. By that way it increases in length, then that is said to be as the third stage rhabditiform larvae. After some time, third stage rhabditiform larvae undergoes the third molting, means once again layers which are present around to the body are separated. That maybe increases little bit in longer. That stage is said to be as the fourth stage rhabditiform larvae. Later fourth stage rhabditiform larvae reaches into bronchi. Definitely, what is the bronchi means, just assume these are the lungs. These are the lungs. These are said to be as the bronchi. Definitely, bronchi are united to form the trachea. Trachea is opens into larynx. This is said to be as the larynx. Means lungs are opens into the, means this is said to be as the bronchi. This is said to be as the trachea. This is the larynx. This is the mouth. At first from the lung, this fourth stage rhabditiform larvae reaches into bronchi. Just assume these are the lungs. This is the trachea. These are the bronchi. These are lungs. At first, fourth stage rhabditiform larvae reaches to bronchi. This is said to be as the bronchi. This is the trachea. This is the bronchi. This is the trachea. Trachea gets opens into larynx. This is said to be as the larynx. Larynx is gets opens into pharynx. This is said to be as the pharynx. Definitely this is the pharynx. Again from the pharynx, esophagus gets opens into stomach. Stomach is opens into small intestine. Definitely in this case, this is said to be as the pharynx. Again into pharynx, this esophagus is also gets open. This is said to be as the esophagus. Esophagus is gets opens into stomach. Stomach is gets opens into small intestine. Means how that kind of the fourth stage rhabditiform larvae again return back to small intestine of the new host means definitely fourth stage rhabditiform larva which is formed in the alveoli of lung at first reaches to bronchi, from where into trachea, from where into larynx, from where that will be once again reaches into the esophagus. This is the esophagus. Again from where into stomach, from where into small intestine of the same person. In that way, this fourth stage rhabditiform larva at first reaches to bronchi from lung, later into trachea, later into larynx, later into pharynx, later into esophagus, later into stomach, later into small intestine of the same person. So definitely after getting the formation of the fourth stage rhabditiform larvae in alveoli of lung, that at first reaches to bronchi, from where into trachea, from where into larynx, from where into pharynx, from the pharynx that is reaches to the esophagus, again into the stomach, again into the small intestine. In that way, second stage rhabditiform larva leave. Second stage rhabditiform larva moves out from the small intestine. Fourth stage rhabditiform larva reaches to the small intestine of the same person. So from the hepatic portal vein to entire this pathway, means the second stage rhabditiform larva leave the or moves out from the lumen of small intestine into blood circulation, and fourth stage rhabditiform larva reaches to the lumen of the small intestine finally. This movement of parasite is said to be as the extraintestinal migration. What is the root of the extraintestinal migration? Extra means outside, intestinal means intestine. To the outside of the intestine through what route? This second stage rhabditiform larvae is passes. That is said to be as the extraintestinal migration. What is the route of the extraintestinal migration means? Second stage rhabditiform larva it first reaches to hepatic portal vein, from where that reaches to liver, from where that reaches to heart, from where that reaches to lung, again in lungs that is settled in alveoli. In alveoli that undergoes the second molting, by that way that transform into third stage rhabditiform larvae. Again third stage rhabditiform larvae undergoes the third molting, finally that reaches to the fourth stage rhabditiform larvae. This fourth stage rhabditiform larvae again return back towards the lumen of the small intestine. Fourth stage rhabditiform larvae reaches to branchiate first, from where that reaches to trachea, from where that reaches to larynx, from where that reaches to pharynx, from where that reaches to esophagus, from where that reaches to stomach, from where again that reaches to the small intestine. Means important concept here, what is that means? What is the stage of the rhabditiform larva which begins extraintestinal migration? What is the stage of the rhabditiform larva which comes out from the lumen of the small intestine into blood circulation? Means second stage rhabditiform larvae begins extraintestinal migration. What is the stage of the larva which ends extraintestinal migration? Means fourth stage rhabditiform larvae ends the extraintestinal migration. Very important objective question. What is the stage of the rhabditiform larvae which begin extraintestinal migration? Means second stage rhabditiform larvae begins extraintestinal migration. Extraintestinal migration means to the outside of the small intestine, through which route this parasite gets passes, through which route it gets circulated. This entire route is said to be as the extraintestinal migration. Definitely second stage rhabditiform larvae begins extraintestinal migration. Fourth stage rhabditiform larvae ends extraintestinal migration. Again, whenever this fourth stage rhabditiform larva reaches to small intestine of the new host, in lumen of the small intestine, it undergoes the fourth molting. After reaching to the small intestine of the new host, fourth stage rhabditiform larva undergoes the fourth molting. Definitely fourth stage rhabditiform larvae undergoes fourth molting in lumen of the small intestine, reaches to the young ones. This young ones acquire sexual maturity within the 8 to 10 weeks period, finally reaches to the adult. In that way, fourth stage rhabditiform larva which reaches to the lumen of the small intestine, in lumen of the small intestine that undergoes the fourth molting, Finally that reaches to the young one. This young ones again within the 8 to 10 weeks acquire the sexual maturity and reaches to the adult stage. This is the life cycle of the Ascaris. Here very important points, just for this. Very important points. What is the route of extraintestinal migration? What is the route of the extraintestinal migration? Means hepatic portal vein, liver, heart, lungs, alveoli, again bronchi, trachea, larynx, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine. This is said to be as the extraintestinal migration route. What is the stage of the Ascaris which begins extraintestinal migration? Means second stage rhabdative form larvae. What is the stage of the Ascaris which ends extraintestinal migration? Means fourth stage rhabdative form larvae. This is the life history of the Ascaris.